real cold in Buffalo, and if you're still rocking that boring black beanie, you're doing it all wrong. Here to work on your hat game is Kate Kolchak of the New Era flagship store in Buffalo now. Kate, it's going to get really, really cold. We're expecting almost 3 feet of snow. How are we going to keep ourselves warm?
Well, when you have temperatures plunging into the negative zone, it's important to have something that's lined. So here we have 2 caps. This one you'll probably recognize from watching your favorite football team on Sunday. It's the on-field NFL Sport Knit. But inside, it's lined with this great fleece, which will keep you super, super warm while you're shoveling those 3 feet of snow.
Because when you think about it, some of the hats you buy are still just a cotton material, so that's not going to keep you too warm.
Exactly. If this is super lined, it's kind of double fleeced here, so you're definitely going to almost break a sweat in this cap.
And when we talk about staying warm, I always have to mention the Trapper hats. They're the quintessential winter piece. They're going to cover it all,
exactly.
Right?
I nicknamed this the Elmer Fudd cap, but it's super cute. It's also fleece lined here, and it's a perfect winter style.
And you know, it's not all about practicality. We also are talking about fashion-forward hats. You have a lot down here. Give me a rundown of just some of these, how to sort of show your pride with your hat.
Sure. So a couple of my favorites here are the entertainment licenses that we have. So here we have Iron Man and Superman. So still warm caps. They don't quite have those fleece linings, but you're still going to stay warm and be kind of showing your favorite comic books and just your independent flair that you have. Here we have some caps for women's. This is just a great simple knit with the palm. These are super popular right now. This is another one of my favorites. This is actually a New York Yankees cap, but it's a slouchy knit. So you see a lot of people wearing those these days, and this is a great style for women, especially if you're not really sure how you would look in a traditional knit. This is a great solution.
So when we're talking about wearing a hat, a lot of people have problems with it because how do you kind of work that into your wardrobe? So if you're picking out a hat that's super bright and colorful, how do you make sure that that works with your coat?
You know, it's all about your own style. You can either kind of go on par with the colors that are in the cap or kind of play it down. It's on your own individual style. So play it up, dress it down. It's however you feel comfortable and however you want to wear it.
Now, Katie, since I came to you with the idea for this segment, of course, I have to be a little biased. I want to know how to keep my core warm, and I know that you have a lot of great sweatshirts and vests for guys. Give me a breakdown of some of the more fashionable items.
So this is my favorite vest. It's a quilted vest, and it's great to layer it underneath a coat, especially on the days when it's super, super cold out, like we're about to expect. It's a great way to kind of layer up without a lot of bulk. Down here we have a couple of our sweatshirts. You'll see this gray quilted one right here, and inside the layering is camo, which is obviously super popular. So you're just wearing a simple basic with a nice little pop of color in it. And then next to it here we also have a blue, sky blue type of color. So it's a little bit of a spring flare, but you're still keeping warm and keeping hope for spring to come any day now.
Now let's talk about spring for a second, because we are prepping for a major snowstorm, but when it gets a little bit warmer, not as cold, you still can rock some of your favorite hats.
Yeah.
And they're still good for cold weather.
So this Melton wool one here is a great example. So it'll still kind of keep you a little bit warmer. It's still a traditional baseball cap style, 5950 our fitted cap, but it doesn't necessarily have all the heat that's going to be coming with one of the winter knits.
All right, Kate, thank you so much for joining us today, bringing us here and helping us stay warm and get all bundled up for our big snowstorm we're expecting.